Hey guys, I am Aashar Wahla and welcome to another video regarding Flutter. So this video is part 3 of the video series which we are doing right now. And in this particular video, we will be designing this particular screen, home screen. So let's start. So we will be starting with a simple screen which will be completely empty with only height and width, which will be the height and width of the screen. So within this scaffold, we will be adding a column, and of course that column will have child. So the first will be a size box. So we have a margin right over here, just like that. And then we will have this menu icon and search bar. So how we are going to implement that is we will be first of all using a size box with a particular width and height. So the height which we are giving is that 7% of the complete height of the app and the complete width of the device. After that, we will be using row widget, and within row we will be having a size box. As you can see over here, there is a gap over here. So to incorporate that, we are using the size box like this. After that, we have an icon button widget, and icon widget will be icons.menu. So if we have a look at the app, it looks like this, and just like that, the icon is different, but I know you can understand. After that, what we have another size box of width 3% because we also have a gap right here, and then we are using a container with a particular height and width, and then we are using a decoration for decorating the box, and we are giving it a particular border. So this is our outcome right now. So what we are going to do now is that we will be giving it a particular border radius, and it looks a bit better. And then I'm just going to give it a padding of a little left inside the border, and then we are using a text field. So right now it is not working as an input box, it is just a simple container, and then we will give a, you can say, a decoration. And then what we're going to do is we're going to decorate the text field. So first of all, we are going to say that there will be none border of the text field, and then we will be giving it an icon. So it will be the leading icon which will be on the left side, and that icon will be search icon, which is colored black, and that will look something like this. After that, we have a hint text of search, and if we save that, it looks like this. So pretty same, not exactly, but that is not our goal. So then after that, we have a size box which will provide us padding on the right. So if we save this app right now, hot reload, so this is our final app bar, this one. And then we have to add a space in the space which is here, and after adding a space of 5% of the app height, then we will have to incorporate the order online text like this. So first of all, we will be adding a size box to give it a particular height and width, and in this case we are giving it a height of 10% of the device height. Then we are adding a padding, so we can give a padding of the left side or right over here, and that will be an only on the left side, and it will be of width 0.07, which means 7% of the device width. After that, we are using text widget, and this is the text which we are using right now. So if I hot reload the app, it will look like this. So we will have to do some styling to the text. So for that purpose, we will be adding a textile class, and we will give it a particular font weight with particular font size. So if we restart hot reload the app, So right now it looks pretty much as the text which we want. So we will go with it. So then again we will add some space, just like over here we have some space, and then we have a vertical selector like this. So what's the idea behind it? That it can be a multiple list which we can scroll. So we will be implementing that. So for that, first of all, we would need a container with particular width and height, and then we will be using a list view. And as this is a horizontal, so we will be using scroll direction to access dot horizontal. And we will be also adding the padding, which will be only on the left side of the list, and it will be of 80 pixels. After that, we will add children, which will use this categories, which is list of strings. So if we come over here, data, folder, and categories, I have predefined the uh, categories over here with their respective names, and we are mapping that to a list of widgets. So this will turn a widget which will be of gesture detector, and it will do something on tab, and it will set state. And I have a widget select. I have a variable of selected category, which I have defined on the top. This one, and currently it is on 0 index. And we have when this particular category uh, uh, when this particular element of this list will be pressed, then selected category will be changed to that particular index. So where we are using this, you will see right now. And below that, what we have is a container which has margin of 20 pixels horizontally. That means on the both sides, left and right. And then we are using the box decoration to implement the border. And as you guys can see over here, we are only implementing the border on the bottom. So bottom border, and we are giving it a particular color. So how are we going to define a color? So that if the this particular category is selected, then this border will be only visible. So for that, we are saying that if the selected category is equals to the index of this category in this list, then what would happen? That color of the border will be default color, which is the color of the which is the color which we have defined over here, default color. And width is that if that particular category is selected, then the width will be 2, else it will be 0, because there is not any sort of border around those which are not selected. So now we are going to give it a child, which will be text, and it will be the name of the category which we are getting through this map, and we will be styling that particular text, and we will give it a particular color, and this color again will be defined by if the particular category is selected or not. So if it will be selected, it will be blue, else it will be gray, and a font size of 70. So if we hot reload the app, here it is, the final outcome. So a list is scrollable, and if I select over here, it will change the category and border just like. So moving ahead, after this particular list, we will be defining again the space, and as you can see over here, there is a space between the product and the here. And then we are going to display the products just like this. So what we're going to use for the product display, first of all, we will create a container with particular height and width. After that, we will be creating a list view, and it will be again along the axis between, it will be horizontal, and so we will define a scroll direction of axis dot horizontal. Then again, just like above, we will be applying the padding of 80 and the top padding of 5% of the device height. Then we will give it a children, and the child will be products.map to list. So products is the list which I have defined over here, and I have also created the class product which have name, description, price, and image, and this is the constructor for this class. So what we're doing in this product list, we have defined multiple products, multiple images, and prices, etc. So in this particular child, we are going that take this products list and then map that into a list. And during that map, we will get a product which will be every item in that list in a repeated manner. And then we will return a padding widget with a particular widget with a particular padding on the right side of 1% or with a particular padding of 10% of device height on the right side. And then will be giving it a stack widget, which will be the main widget on which this particular product will be defined. So what we will using design for stack for, so we can create a widget which have multiple widgets stacked on itself. So first of all, within stack widget, what we're going to do is define its clip behavior. So if we set the clip dot equals to none, so what that means is that if the widget on the stack overflows, then we have a backup for that. So what I mean is that, for example, in this case, there is a widget which is overflowing from the main stack. So here is an object down here, and this widget is overflowing this particular widget. So we will have to use clip.none. And then what we're going to do is we're going to give children to the stack widget. So the first will be a container with particular height and width, and then we will decorate that container. And as you can see over here, there is a particular box shadow for every product. So we are going to define that. And first, the box shadow, we are giving it a color and separate radius among which it will be spread, and what will be the blur radius of the particular box shadow. And then we're going to give it an offset. So this is along x-axis and this is along the y-axis. And then we will give the container a particular color, which will be white in this case, and then a border radius of 10. If we save in this right now, so it looks something like this, and which is somewhat what we expected. So after that, now it's the time that we add something in this particular container, and within this container we are going to add a column. Why column? Because there are 3 items over here, and we have to use a column so that we can stack items vertically. So on the size box, just to add some space, as you can see, some space between the start of this text and the start of this container. So for that, we're using a size box, and then we are giving it a text, which is product name, the name of the product, and then what we have is the style of the text. In this particular case, the color is black, and the font weight is W600, which means semi-bold, and then we are giving it a particular font size. So if we reload the app, it is giving us the name. So the next, what we are going to do is we are going to add the description of the particular product, which in this case will be defined by this product description. And remember, this product is coming when we are using this map. So every item of the products list will be displayed. And then we are styling this with gray color and font size of 16. And in the end, we are implementing the price. And for the price, we are using a dollar sign with the product price, and we are going to convert it to the integer value. As you guys can see in the design file, there is not any decimal points we will be using. to int to convert into the integer, so we remove all the decimal values. Then in the styling section, what we are going to do is the color will be the default color, which is the main color of the app, and then we are giving it a particular font weight with a font size of 22. So if we hot reload the app right now, it looks something like this. So somewhat what we expected. So the next thing is we will be now placing the image. So to position something within a stack, we use a position widget. So we are going to give that particular top and left. And if you guys want to see stack and position in details, then I highly recommend you to go on the Flutter main website, and they have explained in great details. And then we will be placing an image within that position widget, and that image will also have a particular height and width. And what we're going to do is that we are forcing that image to fill the complete height and width of that this height and width we have just written over here. So we want this to be filled with the image which we will be placing over here, and we will be placing an asymmetric image like that. So if we hot reload the app right now, so it will look something like this, and I think it looked pretty good. So the next thing which we will do is add some space at the bottom of this particular list view, and after that we have some text right over here. See more text. So we will be containing that in you can say alignment widget, which will be align them to the center right. And then after that we're using a container with the particular height and width, and then we are creating a row. So these items are, you guys can see where they are horizontally with each other. So we are going to use a row, and we are using it spaciously. And then what we are going to do is we are going to add some text as seen more with a particular color, and we are also going to add an arrow which will be forward arrow. So if you hot reload the app right now, it looks something like this, and which is what we expected it to. So the next we will all have we will also add some space again, but in this case what we want is it should take the every space below remaining complete space, and then we will be adding a bottom navigation bar just like this. So what we are defining here spacer for is that every space if there is some empty space between container and this see more widget, align widget, then that space should be filled automatically. So right now in this container or for bottom navigation, we are giving a specific width and height, and then we are giving it a padding of top of 2% of the device height, and then we are giving it alignment widget that it should align to the top center of the widget, which will be a parent widget of which will be a parent widget container. And then we again using a row because these items are placed horizontally, and within that row we are going to place 4 icons buttons right now, just icons. So first of all, first icon will be a home icon, and this same is the case with our 4 of them. So if we hit hot reload the app right now, so it looks something like this. And so that was pretty much it for this particular screen, and I hope that you like this video. If you liked it, just give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to just this channel and show your support. So I am hopeful that I will see you in the next video. Till then, and take care. Thanks.